I met a dear friend who's also a superstar and a fitness freak to understand his fitness mantra. Today we have a very, very special guest, a superstar actor, doting son, a great husband, a brilliant producer, avid biker, a football enthusiast, fitness freak, and one of my first ever co-stars in a movie, Saya, and the really, really wonderful, very humble John Abraham. So thank you, John. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. You should have just said fitness freak.
Okay, fitness freak.
That's it.
Okay.
The others don't matter really.
Now that I've started like that, you also have to return the praise at some point.
Yeah,
but no,
I know, but honestly, I love the way you lifted your leg in that yoga pose where I saw it at the Mumbai Marathon. It's fantastic. I think you're super fit, and I'm happy to see you after such a long time and looking so happy and blessed mother of two. And you've not aged, and that's beautiful.
Thank you. And honestly, same to you. I won't say you're a mother of two, but you really haven't aged. Yeah. If anything, honestly, you seem to be getting fitter and fitter every year and younger and younger.
I said all that to you so you could return that compliment.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. I think this chat is going to be that, like returning the compliments. But honestly, John, how do you do it? Because you're super fit. We all know you're into your, fitness, but you travel a lot, you work really hard, you have so many films coming out. So how do you actually take the time out for the fitness and what do you do?
I think I'm a student of fitness. I'm just very disciplined about life and people call me regimental, but on a day off, I sleep by 10 o'clock. I wake up at 4:30 or 5 and I eat right. I've not had a cheat day in maybe 19 or 20 years now.
Really?
A lot of people say, you're really not enjoying life. But I think I find a lot of taste in food even without really having to cheat. It's just about finding the right kind of foods.
Is there anything that's your favorite dish? Something your mom makes you really love?
Yeah, my mom makes dhan saag dal because she's Parsi and I think that's one of my most favorite dishes. And most of the dals that we make in the house don't have oil.
Yeah.
And everything is made on a non-stick pan with just one spray of the pan spray.
This is really, really useful because as you know, this is a show for families, parents, women and children and ways in which we can hopefully help.
I'm not telling everyone here to go to the gym, but just wake up early.
Yeah.
And go for a walk, just a simple walk, then have a healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
Your sugar happens through fruit and this is for all the moms. We tend to spoil our kids and give them chocolates. But I think fruit is the best way for a child to consume sugar, fructose. Honestly, the saying that we all say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, it's partially true.
That's why I'm dressed in an apple color.
Yeah, absolutely lovely.
No, but also it's interesting that you talk about waking up early because I found after having kids, we wake up really early because of course the kids wake up early.
You're a very blessed family waking up early. I don't understand people who wake up late.
Yeah.
There's no space for that.
If you're out there waking up late, John says you must wake up early.
Yeah. Jokes apart, if your work requires you to stay up late, you need a minimum of at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep, which is very important for your body.
Yeah.
And to have a holistic and healthy lifestyle, it's like a tripod stand. Good exercise, good food, and good sleep.
Yeah.
Without one, the tripod stand falls.
Were you this disciplined as a kid or what were you like as a kid?
I was an average kid academically. I used to stand 6th or 7th in class.
Yeah.
And I loved playing sport. I used to play football every day as a kid. Out of 17 boys, there were 7 boys who used to turn brown on the field. And I used to lead that pack. I was mischievous. The principal once told my mom, John means 24 grey hair in a day.
Really?
That's the stress I used to give, and my dad and mom couldn't oh my God, John, enough. I was a bundle of energy.
Yeah.
And my dad just recently became a grandfather for the second time. And the first was a baby girl. And my dad said, thank God for a girl, man. Thank God.
Wow, so congratulations.
Thank you.
You're a proud uncle.
Yeah, so, he said that having 2 boys in the house is a menace.
I have 2 boys.
Yeah,
2 little boys and a husband, so 3.
And a husband, 3. The husband's always little, One thing I proudly say, and I would love to say this to all parents, is that my father instilled a lot of value systems in me, my father and my mother. And one of them was being absolutely honest and not cheating anyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's something my father kept saying when we were growing up. But when we grew up, he stopped saying it, right?
Yeah.
And I realized that I was my father's son because I realized that I don't deal in black money.
Yeah.
I don't cheat anyone. I try and do everything honestly. So there are a lot of things that I don't do within my value systems.
Yeah, and these are all inculcated from a young age. So I think the onus is on us as parents to give them those right values. And sometimes, honestly, it's quite tough. So I know, talking of values, I know your mother, and I'm sure your dad as well, are very involved in giving back and helping children who are less privileged.
Yeah, my mom, 3 times a week, she takes care of children suffering from terminally ill diseases. And the other 2 days a week, she takes care of 300 stray dogs. And another 2 days a week, she goes to the home for the aged and takes care of old people. Because Tara, young girls your age or younger than you, come with their parents, and I've seen it with my eyes. I saw this guy come with his dad, and he said, "Dad, you stay here today in the home for the aged." And he said, "I'll come back tomorrow and I'll pick you up." He never came back.
Really?
He never came back. He went off to the US. He never came back. His father passed away. He didn't even come back for the last rites.
Oh, no.
So I think as a society, I sometimes get worried whether we are losing our value systems. And I'm not saying I'm old school.
Yeah,
I think children should be given the independence. But I think it's important to give back to your family and give back to society.
Absolutely.
What they've given you. And that's what I do in my own way. Tara, I'm on your show. I really don't go around prophesizing about this or talking about this on a social media platform. Because I think it's important. Like my father says, your character speaks when you do and you don't talk about it.
Yeah, but I know you're very philanthropic, and I know about your mom, and I think it's amazing the work she does. And in fact, because the show, it has a deeper purpose apart from sitting and chatting, we want to try and help. So there are different NGOs that, through the show we can support, where we can actually auction some furniture or something and raise money for an NGO of your choice. So perhaps if your mom, there's an NGO specifically through the hospital or something, we'd really like to try and help in some way. So I think, John, you sound like you're very ready to become a dad.
I am.
With all this gyan you're giving us as parents.
I've got the energy of a child.
You have the energy of a child, but now tell us about that. You are married, so are you thinking of kids coming next?
We haven't thought about it. Right now, I'm just concentrating on setting my systems right in my workplace.
Yeah.
I have a football team.
Yes.
Northeast United FC. It's one thing that I have on my head, and I have my production house.
Yes.
I also am doing films as an actor.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things happening right now in my life that are taking a lot of time in my life.
Yes.
And I need to get those systems right. Once systems are in place, then you can look elsewhere. But right now, it's just about getting those systems right.
Okay, but can I just tell you just one thing? As a friend, sometimes you can't plan too much either.
You can't plan too much, but I think you must have children only if you're ready to be a hands-on parent. Otherwise, don't have children.
Yeah, I agree.
I've seen a lot of parents today, when they have their children, they have children thinking that their relationship with their spouses will become better. I'm stating facts. Some of them have children because they feel it's natural progression, it's a way of life, and you have to have children. My belief is that all the reasons to have children are not necessarily right. You need to have children if you want to have the joy of parenthood, and you want to bring up someone with a lot of love and care. And I believe, again, my choices are very different. The way I look at life is very different. I look at the world as being very populated, and I've been told that, but if you have a kid of your own, you'll understand. And I understand that. But I think there's so many underprivileged kids out there that probably need a home, a shelter, and a parent.
Yeah.
If not two.
Yeah.
And I think they need to be provided for.
I have to say, I've known you for a very long time, but this chat has actually opened up many new sides to you.
Yeah, for people who don't know Tara.
Okay, now are you making fun of me?
No, I'm making fun. I think you're the sweetest, and
Thank
you are actually the funniest co-star I've ever worked with.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Don't
and
tell
I still
me.
remember, I would never see you
now
on
don't say anything
set,
embarrassing.
and I would wait on set, and suddenly I'd hear someone say, "Hi," and I knew, she still does that? Okay, she still does that. Okay, and I knew Tara
I don't
walked
do
in,
anything like that.
and everybody on set would do, "Hi."
I'm a very... Stop it.
But that was sweet. That was fun. We had a great time.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. We did. It doesn't seem like it was so long ago. Maybe they'll do a Saya too. You never know.
That was a lot of fun. But again, coming back to kids and parents, I think India is probably the most progressive country. We have more than 650 million youngsters below the age of 35. If you define young as below the age of 35. So we are a force to reckon with. It's about giving direction to the young,
Absolutely.
and to the youth. And I think we're in safe hands.
Thank you so much, John. I can't tell you, we've all really loved listening to you, and we're really looking forward to have you back on the show.
I'll come.
And also, we hope one day soon you'll be coming here as you're anyway a parent, because you're fathering so many responsibilities. But perhaps one day with a little baby also, maybe.
Maybe when you become a grandparent. I don't know.
But thank you, really a huge thank you.
Thanks, Tara.
Thank you. Being the philanthropist that he is, before leaving, John signed a piece of pepper fry decor for the charity of his choice.